Now this is the time for panel discussion. We now move to our first panel discussion, Driving Growth, Islamic Banking, Technology and Financial Markets in Bangladesh. This session brings together regulators, bankers, scholars and technology leaders to explore how Bangladesh can accelerate Islamic banking growth while embracing digital transformations.
Dear presence and distinguished guests, this distinguished panel is about to be moderated by Mr. Abdul Hannan, CSAA, and Head of Islamic Banking at IDLC. Joining him, Mr. Abdul Mannan, Honorable Chairman of IBCF and CSBIB, Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏, Honorable Board Member of Janata Bank and former Executive Director of Bangladesh Bank, Mr. Muhammad Anisur Rahman, Honorable Director of Islamic Banking Regulation, Bangladesh Bank, Dr. Muhammad Umar Farooq, Honorable Professor and Head of Economics, United International University, Dr. 𝗂𝗲𝗏 𝗗𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗶, Sharia Board Chairman, Habib Bank Limited, Mr. A.K.M. Mizanur Rahman, Honorable EVP and Deputy Chief of Islamic Banking, EBL, Mufti Abu Bakr Nabil, CSAA, Corporate Sharia Consultant, and Mr. Monirul Alam Topon, Honorable Managing Director of Bengal Islamic Life Insurance.
We now invite our moderator and panelists to take the stage, please. Please, sir.
The moderator, please. We would like to invite you to the dais, and please have your discussion with your panelists. Mr. Abdul Mannan, CSAA, Honorable Moderator, the dais is yours. Inshallah, we will conclude this panel discussion within 10:20, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I welcome you all to this panel discussion. Today's panel discussion topic is Driving Growth, Islamic Banking, Technology and Financial Markets in Bangladesh. I begin with a small introduction. As we know that in Bangladesh, we have been over 40 years in Islamic banking. Islamic banking actually went through many seasonalities. It had seen its good time, it has seen its bad time as well. Islamic banking is not actually above criticism. People often say that they are actually doing things with what they began 40 years before. Globally, other Islamic banks have developed many products that actually we could not introduce in Bangladesh. Also, if we compare them with their counterparts in conventional banks, there are some products that suit the consumers and retailers, but we don't see them in our Islamic banking as well. Besides that, insurance should play a very significant role. In Bangladesh, insurance penetration is very low, but in Islamic banking, my asset should be under insurance coverage to protect us from the rainy days. But in Islamic banking has grown significantly. It is now around 30% of the total portfolio, but insurance penetration in this sector is also very significantly low. We also know that in Islamic banking, we need Sharia scholars, we need bankers, we need Sharia auditors. But the total banking system actually could not develop a system to produce this large number of required competent professionals to meet the increasing demand. However, amid all these things, I can see some of the very encouraging moves from the central bank. Recently, they have developed a department, Islamic Banking Policy and Regulatory Department, IBRPD. They have also introduced, recently, they have actually formed Sharia Advisory Board. This is the first time in Bangladesh. In many other countries, we can see, particularly in Malaysia. They have also recently introduced fit and proper criteria for the Sharia Supervisory Committee members. It is very time befitting and actually it's of global standard. Actually, the point I discussed in short will be discussed in detail by the panelist. So, Bandhan sir probably could not be here now. So I begin with our representation from the central bank, Mr. Muhammad Anisur Rahman. He is the director of IBRPD Bangladesh Bank. My question to him is, as we can see that Bangladesh Islamic Bank has gone through a turbulent period over last 1 decade, and it has actually got many shocking events during this time. So how do you see how resilient Bangladesh Islamic banking sector is to recover from this process and rise and perform the way it should perform in the coming days?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, moderator. From the regulator, it's very tough to talk about because of the past regime shock. Actually, governance, which one is regulation, which one is best one? Actually, worldwide, no regulation is the best regulation. That means the participants who are acting and reacting, they are well aware of what to do and what is the standard. And second best option is the self-regulation. So, regulation required while the participants in the industry are not acting with standard. So, regulator, what should do? What regulation we are introducing? First of all, the regulators should understand, is it compliable? Is it accepted by the industry players? These are the basic question. We introduce a regulation, but our supervisors cannot understand or cannot comply how to supervise, and also the participants. So, first of all, we, the regulators, have to understand the industry, what is the culture of the industry, how they are behaving. Considering that, we try to make it a compatible one, and considering the macroeconomic stability, we do it. But all regulations suitable for all? No. Question is discrimination. Is discrimination in regulation allowed? In welfare economy, you know, some sort of discrimination is allowed. If we cite an example, doctors can discriminate his price for the patient, poor and the rich. So regulator also can do this, considering the industry culture. We know we have fard, wajib, sunnah, nafal and mustahab. If we cite an example, one people praying sasanoe, he is not performing his ruku and shizda well. But we know both Ruku and Shizda, we have some mustahab issues like, and we should make compulsory the mustahab issue for them. I think you could understand the issue. Not for all. Those who are performing well, the Ruku Shizdas, this mustahab is not compulsory for them, but those who are not performing well, we should make this mustahab compulsory for them. So this way we proceed and we apply considering the stronger one different way and the weaker way in the different way, and the average or medium one in different way. How to overcome our problems? That is, what is the strength of the industry? First of all, this people gathering is the important strength of the industry, and we have the same attitude to accelerate the industry in such a way that will be compliant and that will be Sharia compliant, that will be acceptable for all. And what is another strength? Huge demand for Islamic finance is the strength, and change in attitude of stakeholders. What is the attitude of the stakeholder? Researcher, and we need innovation of new technology and new product. New product doesn't mean a product. I think this will be a acceptable one, not that. What is the customer desire and demand? Considering that we have to go for new product innovation and also need the customer and banker readiness. We have identified two issues while sitting with the full-fledged Islamic bank. One is the discrimination in tax regime. You know, Sharia-based banking works with the product. So deal basis, in case of deal basis product, if we compare with the conventional one, that is, if we compare with overdraft and deal basis, that is a tax discrimination for the customer, not for the banker. So we have taken this issue and will raise and talk to the regulator, that is NBR. And we have another issues, NPL management. You know, there are some policy support. In that case, reschedule and reconstruction. In case of conventional banking, it's not a problem. But in case of Sharia-based banking, it's a problem, huge problem, because of compensation and other doubtful income. You cannot take it income. So we have to think it in different way, how to address it, because of the impact on the profitability of the banks. So we have to think, considering the situation of the country, we have the scholars who are working on it. We have to find out a way how to manage it, and because it's a question of profitability, and it's it depends on the future. It's a risk for the Islamic banking for in the future. Now I will be talking about the standard. Two standard here. One is international standard and is the local standard. International standard, it's okay considering the worldwide finance, Islamic finance, but can we take all the standard in our country? It's a question. because we are not, our people and bankers are not like the Middle East people. So not even like Malaysian people and bankers. So what our culture, considering that we have to set up our local standard, following the standard, international standard one. So we will be trying to find out a medium one that is that will also consider the international standard, follow the international standard and best practices, but that will be a Bangladesh standard. We are thinking about this. In IFSB meeting, being a technical committee member, I participate in Oman. One decision has been taken. The two new member will be in the technical committee. One is regarding takaful and another one is regarding capital market by or stock market. So this is a new one, and I think it's a package, it's a composite one, not only the banks, financial institutions, and takaful and stock market, all all together actually proceed or accelerate the Islamic finance in Bangladesh. So this is a new one. We started with the Sharia governance because we want that people's confidence will not be loose. They will not be telling, oh, Islamic banking, it's nothing. But it called interest, here called profit. No, we want, this will not be the attitude of the common people. They will believe, okay, this is Islamic finance and it's Sharia compliant. This is conventional one. One is halal, another is haram. So we are also talking about regulator readiness. Are we ready? We are trying to develop ourselves. Is the industry ready? Is the customer ready? And the service provider all are ready? This program will help us to make our readiness. And I will conclude with the Islamic common market. We have taken an initiative to have a Islamic common market. We need instrument. We are working on it. Many of you are with us, and we hope within very short time it will be possible for us to make available enough instrument for the Islamic banks. So I will be calling the bankers to set their intention. Is it scope? We are going for Islamic banking. Is it for scope? To utilize the scope, or we have a good intention? Because when we will have enough instrument, this there is a regulatory benefit for the Islamic bank regarding CRR and SLR, and this will be at par with the conventional one, when we will be able to make available Islamic instrument.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be finished here. So let us go for technology, research, and let us work together for the development of the industry. Thank you all. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, sir. Now I will move to Dr. Muhammad Zubair Usmani. We have representation from Pakistan. He is the chairman of Sharia board, Habib Bank Limited. Sir, my question to you is, we hear a lot about Pakistani Islamic banks. They are in Sharia compliance much advanced than us and many other Islamic banks in different countries. So what are the global best practices that Islamic banks in Pakistan has adopted that made us so good? And what are your suggestions for us in Bangladesh that we can adopt in Sharia compliance?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. First of all, I thanks to the management of conference that they invited me in the conference. This is a good opportunity for me to share my experience and my suggestion in the among the participants. The question that what is the practice of the Pakistan regarding to the Sharia compliance, regarding to the products of Islamic banking. When in Pakistan, Alhamdulillah, Islamic banking is started from the 2000 in Islamic banking. And when start Islamic banking in Pakistan, we prepared products of Islamic banking, and we consider in the product for the three component. Number one, the Sharia basic principles and the Sharia basic rules and regulation. Number two, banking practice. What is the banking practice? We consider in the product the banking practice as well. Number three, the legal requirement and taxation issues. What is the taxation issues and legal requirement in the conference, in the agreement, in the products. When Islamic product is completed, and Sharia scholars and legal department and banking practice and bank practitioners is clear and okay from the products in three component. This product is present to the State Bank of Pakistan after the permission of State Bank of Pakistan, Islamic banking, and Islamic banks start the product. In Pakistan, Alhamdulillah, every bank has a Sharia board. In Sharia board, 3 members of Sharia scholars in Sharia board. This is a compulsory requirement. Sharia compliance department. Basic the question that what is the practice of Sharia compliance department and other countries, and what is the good practice. The Sharia compliance department is the very, very big role and important role into the run Islamic banking. Sharia compliance department, this is a must to have a knowledge to according to the Sharia products and Sharia knowledge. Sharia compliance department firstly is check all documentation. Number 2, according to the documentation, the business, what is the business to the adopted from the various department. Sharia compliance department is check the documentation, offer and acceptance, and all component of the products. For example, in Murabaha transaction, for example, number Sharia compliance department is check that the Murabaha transaction, that the agreement to Murabaha facility agreement is completed or not, and all requirement of Murabaha facility agreement is fulfilled or not. When he's fulfilled the Sharia Murabaha facility agreement, the Sharia compliance department is check that the pricing is completed. Number 2, the in order form, for example, all the detail of the assets. For example, 5 types of the details in order form must be mentioned in order form. Number 1, number the quality. Number 2, quantity. Number 3, pricing. Number 3, the offer and acceptance. If anyone is mistake in the agreement, in order form or in Murabaha facility agreement, in offer and acceptance, his argument and inform to the Sharia board that this mistake is happened from this agreement. The Sharia board, after his complaint, Sharia board has decided that the income of this product is okay, is halal or not. After the decision of Sharia board is informed to the management that this agreement is the okay or not. Similarly, the Ijara agreement and house finance agreement and other agreement, Sharia compliance department is check all of the documentation and check all the details and inform time to time to Sharia board and submit the report to the Sharia board in Sharia board meeting. In the consumer financing, for example, car financing, or for example, diminishing musharka financing, the Sharia compliance department is check all the detail of the products. Number 2, branch visit. Sharia compliance department is its responsibility to properly arrange the branch visit. When Sharia compliance department his go to the branches, he's check the deposits details, that the account opening form is fulfilled according to the Sharia, according to the law, and distribution of profit is properly distributed between the account holder. Everything checked by the Sharia compliance department. In Pakistan, I have adopted the good practice that some branches and some documentation is checked by the Sharia board members as well. For example, one Sharia compliance department is go to some branches. The Sharia board member as well is visit to the branches with the Sharia compliance department as well to check that the compliance department is work according to the rules and regulation and according to the line of the delivered to the Sharia compliance department. This practice is adopted by some Islamic banks in Pakistan and abroad. The role of Sharia, the training of the Sharia department is very, very important. Because if Sharia compliance department is not have a knowledge and have not the regular training to the Sharia compliance, that the Sharia compliance department is not work according to the Sharia and according to the properly rules regulation of the State Bank of Pakistan. This is some practices adopted from the Sharia compliance department. If Sharia board is feel that Sharia compliance department work under the supervision of the Sharia board. This is a very, very important. This is a very important. He's a get a freedom from the management, but under the supervision of the reporting line to the Sharia compliance department to the Sharia board. Sharia board has decided that the Sharia compliance department, his work is according to the rules regulation, and this is have a knowledge to sufficient knowledge for according to the Sharia, according to the bank's regulation as well. Therefore, the very important the Sharia compliance department. Sharia compliance department is decided that the fulfill of the agreement is according to the rules and regulations, because sometimes the in consumer products, for example, in consumer products, sometimes the rate of the profit is not written at the time of the signature of the client. This is by mistake. This is happened by the marketing team. Marketing team get the signature in blank letter, and after the signature of the client, is fulfill the blank area. This is not according to the Sharia, but the Sharia is demand that the clarification of the pricing, clarification of the detail of the product is very, very important, necessary. Therefore, the Sharia compliance and role of the Sharia board is very important in the Islamic banking industry.
Thank you, sir. Now I move to an economist. Is Professor 𝗓𝗏𝗧 𝗏𝗏𝗧. He is the chairman of the Department of Economics at United International University.
Assalamu alaikum. Due to the time shortage, I won't.
You
First
can
of
take
all-
maximum 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I will do. What I want to share as an economist is that Islamic banking and finance has come a long way, but we have also a long journey ahead. I want to make it clear that the change that occurred in Bangladesh in 2024, it calls for a systemic change. And we need to be prepared. This industry needs to be prepared to deliver for that systemic change, at least in the area of banking and finance. The people's aspiration is running very high. When it comes to pricing, as particular question has been raised, it is important to note that we do have some issues of credibility, because often our pricing is based on matching the existing rate in the market. While this is convenient, while this is easier, but from economic viewpoint, our approach should be based on price discovery. It is related to our cost of transaction, not matching the rate that exists in the market. We do exist in a competitive market. However, in my humble submission, we are not giving a true competition to the conventional finance.
Islamic banking and finance is needed. Do you support it? Yeah? So you can share by clapping, yes, we need one deputy governor and the Bangladesh Bank, especially to look into this matter, because all guys are busy with other important works. That's why it is a very welcome decision, and we welcome Bangladesh Bank, Central Bank, to establish a Islamic BRPD. But at the same time, we also need to establish there some sort of supervisory departments, say the Islamic Banking Inspection Department. We also need the Islamic Banking Inspection Manual. The manual is very necessary to be developed, and I think the regulator should think of applying the guidelines developed by IFSB for the central banks, and AAOIFI for the commercial banks, for the Islamic commercial banks. And finally, I think the moderator is looking to me, and in this forum, I have written many things to say, but due to time is very costly and constrained, so that the challenges of the Islamic system and the central bank can help the system to grow as a robust by giving some Islamic monetary policy instruments like the government treasury bill. The Islamic banks cannot invest or park their excess liquidity to buy the government treasury bills or bonds. So, if central bank develops the modus operandi of Islamic treasury bills, and if there is a provision for Islamic repo and Islamic reverse repo, that will help the Islamic banking sector to grow more. So I want to conclude here by saying this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I move to an insurance professional, Mr. Manirul Alam Topon. He is the Managing Director of Bengal Takaful. Sir, can you tell us about some of the challenges that you face in introducing Islamic insurance? Because Islamic insurance is very important to ensure our asset, particularly from banks when they finance assets that are owned by them under ijara or HPSM. So how these challenges you are facing and what we should do to overcome this?
Thank you so much. And I want to thank the summit organizer for inviting me. And I'm the only person, I think, from the insurance point of view, Takaful point of view. So, but we are a non-banking financial institutions. We work closely with the bank and non-banking financial institutions, because all the money that we collect from the people as a premium or contributions are kept in the bank and Sharia compliant bank. So the challenges we are facing in Islamic insurance takaful in Bangladesh, starting with, we don't have any regulation. We are self-regulated. As per the Insurance Act 2010 says that the insurance company who follows Sharia guidelines are being treated as a Sharia compliant company, a Sharia insurance company. So we are operating with a self-regulation issue, and we are following the guidelines given by our Sharia board. But the thing is that we are in Bangladesh, as the professor said, we are in the economics, the mixed economics. We are having conventional as well as with Islamic finance. So when we are approaching people, they also want to see the value proposition as well. Because when you are saying about Islamic insurance, they are comparing with conventional insurance in terms of profits and other issues. So that's the big issue, because we are keeping our fund in Islamic banking system, and somehow we are getting less profit from the investment from Islamic banks than conventional banks, and also from the Islamic treasury bond, almost 4 to 5% less. So when we invest around 100 crore fund in this Islamic system, directly it's affecting around, say, 4% means around, say, 40 crore taka less. So 4 crore taka less. So considering 1,000 crore, it's around 40 crore taka less from the conventional insurance company. So that's also giving us a challenge how to flourish takaful in Bangladesh. So I hope, I have a belief that this first summit in Bangladesh, Islamic finance, will have some way how to compete with conventionals, how to manage our fund more efficiently, and give our policyholders more profit. The next issue, currently we are having the time constraint. I just want to say that banca operation has started in Bangladesh, but banca takaful is yet to start. So the bankers here who are operating in Islamic Sharia, Islamic banking system who are working here, I will invite them or request them to please introduce banca takaful. That will give us another floor to give our insurance product to the bank, those who are already in the Islamic practice. This will give an opportunity to give them this insurance service as well. Thank you so much for giving me this floor.
Thank you, sir. So we have among us a very seasoned banker, A.K. Mizanur Rahman. Actually, you know that during the last 10 years, banking system, particularly Islamic banking system, has got a confidence lack by the customers and the stakeholders. Its quality of asset also has gone down. Can you tell us in very brief 3 priorities to improve the confidence of the people and also the asset quality?
Thank you, moderator, distinguished panelists and guests. Assalamu alaikum. Before giving my opinion, I want to raise a question. Why the break of confidence, question of break of confidence arises at all? Before July 36th or August 5, 2024, we had seen that some vested quarter occupied our main stream Islamic banks. They, as a result, the banks were not following the corporate governance properly. They were compelled to overlook the corporate governance under pressure. As a result, our Islamic banking sector affected seriously. If we want to restore the confidence again about our Islamic banking, that situation should be protected. Nobody will occupy any other bank, including Islamic banks, more. If positive situation prevails, my suggestion is Islamic bankers should follow the risk management culture properly. This risk management not is only the conventional risk management. They have to know the Islamic Sharia non-compliance risks and product-related risks. The Sharia Supervisory Board should be empowered properly, and especially the Muraqib, works of Muraqib should be protected by the regulatory guidelines, because Muraqibs are sometimes they are affected for their opinion in our country. Finally, I want to request all of the practitioners of this country that proper disclosure should be made. How our Islamic banking is Islamic banking, how our Sharia compliant is made in our bank, how profit charging and distribution is made complying Sharia rules. If we ensure these three things, I think that can help our people to understand positively about our Islamic banking. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have among us very young Sharia professional, Sharia scholar who has very interest in intricate financial transactions. Mufti Abubakar Nabil. Nabil, I want to know from you, we need a lot of young Sharia professionals, Sharia scholars. What should our academia and the Islamic banking industry should do to produce more such scholars?
Alhamdulillahi wahdah wa salatu wa salamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da. As the time is very much short, I would like to continue in Bangla, so both the audience and I feel comfortable. আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, আমাকে যে প্রশ্নটা করা হয়েছে সেটা হচ্ছে স্কলারদের বিষয়ে। প্রথমত আমাদেরকে আসলে বুঝতে হবে যে আমাদের আসলে এই মুহূর্তে স্কলার স্বল্পতা আছে কিনা। আমরা আমাদের যে একাডেমিয়ার যে পার্ট থেকে মূলত ইসলামিক ব্যাংকিং এর স্কলাররা আছেন, এটা হচ্ছে মূলত তিনটা পার্ট। একটা হচ্ছে কওমি মাদ্রাসার দারুল ইফতা, আরেকটা হচ্ছে আলিয়া মাদ্রাসার কামিল বিভাগ এবং বিভিন্ন ভার্সিটির ব্যাচেলার্স মাস্টার্স। আমার মনে হয় না বর্তমানে আমাদের যেই পরিমাণ স্কলার আমাদের ব্যাংকিং সেক্টরে দরকার, এই একাডেমিয়া সম্মিলিতভাবে 40 বা 50 জন স্কলার সেখানে যোগ্য নেই, এটা আসলে বলা উচিত হবে বলে আমার মনে হয় না। অবশ্যই অসংখ্য যোগ্য মুফতি সাহেব, যোগ্য স্কলার আছেন, কিন্তু তারপরও কোশ্চেনটা ভ্যালিড যে আমাদের আসলে এই মুহূর্তে স্কলার স্বল্পতা আছে। এই বক্তব্যটা কন্ট্রাডিক্টরি না, কারণ আমাদের যোগ্য মানুষ আছেন কিন্তু ফোকাসড মানুষ নেই। কেন ফোকাসড মানুষ নেই অথবা কম মানুষ আছেন? কারণ আমাদের ফোকাসড একাডেমিয়া নেই। আমরা কি আমাদের আশেপাশে এমন কোনো দারুল ইফতা অথবা ভার্সিটি চিনি যারা ফোকাসডলি ইসলামিক ব্যাংকিং এর উপরে কাজ করে? যদি না চিনে থাকি, এর মানে হচ্ছে আমাদের ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে ফোকাসড মানুষ নেই কিন্তু স্কলার আছেন। তাহলে একাডেমিয়ার ব্যর্থতা হচ্ছে এখানে আসলে ফোকাস না দেওয়া, কিন্তু তার কোয়ালিটির মাঝে কোনো ব্যর্থতা নেই, এই বিষয়ে আমরা একমত। তাহলে এটাকে ওভারকাম আমরা কিভাবে করব এবং কিভাবে এই ক্ষেত্রে রেগুলেটর এবং ব্যাংকিং সেক্টর ভূমিকা রাখতে পারে? আমার কাছে মনে হয় খুব শাখাগত আলোচনা না করে আমি একেবারে প্র্যাকটিক্যাল অ্যাপ্রোচে মন্তব্য করতে চাই যে এই ক্ষেত্রে ব্যাংক বা ম্যানেজমেন্ট বা প্র্যাকটিশনাররা যেটা করতে পারেন এবং স্কলাররা যেটা করতে পারেন, আগে আসলে আমরা একে অপরকে একটু ভালো মতো আমাদেরকে চিনতে হবে। আমরা যদি একে অপরকে না চিনি তাহলে আসলে পরের কাজগুলো কখনোই হবে না। আমার খুব ক্ষুদ্র অভিজ্ঞতায় মনে হয়েছে, আমরা একই ছাদের নিচে বসি, বিভিন্ন মিটিংয়ে বসি, বোর্ড মিটিংয়ে, কিন্তু স্টিল উই আর আননোন টু ইচ আদার। স্কলাররা এবং প্র্যাকটিশনাররা তারা আসলে একে অপরকে এখন পর্যন্ত ঠিকমতো চিনে না। আমি একটা ছোট্ট উদাহরণ দিতে চাই। যদি কারো কাছে বীজ থাকে কিন্তু তার কাছে লাঙল না থাকে, আরেকজন ব্যক্তির কাছে লাঙল আছে কিন্তু বীজ নেই, এখন তারা যদি পরস্পরকে না চিনেন, বীজওয়ালা লাঙলওয়ালাকে দেখে মনে করেন যে লাঙলটা তো আমার মাথায় পড়বে এবং উল্টো দিকে দৌড় দেন, তাহলে কিন্তু কখনোই তার স্বপ্ন পূরণ হবে না, অর্থাৎ ফসল কখনো ঘরে আসবে না। একই রকম ভাবে লাঙলওয়ালাকেও কিন্তু চিনতে হবে, যিনি বীজ আছেন, বীজ নিয়ে আছেন, তাকে তিনি আঘাত করবেন না। আমরা স্কলাররা এবং আমরা প্র্যাকটিশনাররা এই জায়গায় একমত হতে পারি যে আমরা কোনো অবস্থাতেই একে অপরের প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বী নই, আমরা একে অপরের পরিপূরক। উই আর লাইক আইস, আমরা ডান চক্ষু এবং বাম চক্ষু। আমরা যদি এই অনুভূতিটা আগে নিজেদের ভিতরে আনতে পারি, পরের যাত্রাটা মনে হয় আমার জন্য ইজি। এক্ষেত্রে স্পেসিফিক্যালি কি করা যায়, আমি জাস্ট ছোট্ট একটা উদাহরণ দিব। সেটা হচ্ছে আমরা আসুন্না ফাউন্ডেশনের কথা জানি, তাদের একটা কেস স্টাডি আমি এখানে বলতে পারি। তারা 2 বছর আগে একটা কাজ করেছিল। তারা বিভিন্ন মাদ্রাসা থেকে 30টা স্টুডেন্টকে তারা 6 মাসের জন্য ফোকাসড একটা ট্রেনিং এ নিয়ে এসেছিল। ফোকাস ট্রেনিংটা ছিল অ্যাকাউন্টিং এর উপরে, এবং সেখানে নিয়ম ছিল কারো যদি 80-র উপরে মার্ক থাকে কওমি মাদ্রাসায় বা আলিয়া মাদ্রাসায়, উনি এলিজিবল না। মানে তারা চেয়েছিল মধ্যম পর্যায়ের বা একেবারে লাস্ট পর্যায়ের ছাত্রদেরকে নিয়ে তারা ফোকাসড কাজ করবেন। 6 মাস পর এই 30 জন সম্পর্কে আমি জানি যে তাদেরকে বাংলাদেশের বিভিন্ন প্রতিষ্ঠানই শুধু নয়, বিভিন্ন মাল্টিন্যাশনাল কোম্পানি কাড়াকাড়ি করে অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট হিসেবে নিয়ে নিয়েছেন। যেই ছেলেগুলো মাত্র 6 মাস আগে অ্যাকাউন্ট এই শব্দটাও হয়তো চিনত না, শুধুমাত্র ফোকাস ট্রেনিং এর মাধ্যমে সে কিন্তু 6 মাসে এতটুকু এগিয়ে এসেছে। আমি এখান থেকে আপনাদের কাছে আহ্বান জানাবো, বাংলাদেশে যে ইসলামী প্রতিষ্ঠানগুলো আছে, যদি 30টা ব্যাংকও বছরে 5 জন এরকম ফোকাস মানুষকে স্পন্সর করার জন্য চেষ্টা করেন, তৈরি করার জন্য চেষ্টা করেন, বছরে আমার 150 জন মানুষ তৈরি হবে। এখান থেকে 1/3 যদি ঝরেও যায়, আমার 100 জন মানুষ আছে। আজকে থেকে 5 বছর পর আমার কাছে 500 মানুষ আছে যারা ফোকাসড ইসলামিক ব্যাংকিং সেক্টরে এবং যারা স্কলারলি যোগ্যতা রাখেন। আমি আপনাদের কাছে আহ্বান জানাবো, আমরা যদি নিজেদেরকে পরস্পরের স্বপ্নের সারথি মনে করি, পরিপূরক মনে করি, অন্তত বছরে 5 জন আমরা ফোকাসড মানুষ তৈরি করার ক্ষেত্রে উদ্যোগ নিতে পারি। সর্বশেষ শেষ করব আমি, রেগুলেটররা এখানে যে ভূমিকা রাখতে পারে সেটা হচ্ছে বিভিন্ন সময় রেগুলেটরদের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা দেখি আমাদের টার্গেট থাকে যে এত টাকা আমাদের কৃষিতে ইনভেস্ট করতে হবে, এত টাকা আমাদেরকে এসএমইতে ইনভেস্ট করতে হবে। এই টার্গেটটা কেন থাকে? কারণ আমরা জানি কৃষি যদি এগিয়ে যায় এটা আসলে সামগ্রিকভাবে আমাকেও কোনো না কোনোভাবে ইফেক্ট করবে, আমার ভিতরেও এটার ইতিবাচকতা আসবে। একই রকম ভাবে রেগুলেটররাও যদি এই ধরনের কোনো কিছু ফোকাসড করে দেন, যে যেই জেনারেল সিএসআর আছে যেটা কম্পেনসেশন সেটা না, সেখান থেকে 5%, 10% ফোকাসড ব্যাংকগুলো খরচ করবে শুধুমাত্র এই ধরনের ফোকাসড স্কলার তৈরির পিছনে। আমার কাছে মনে হয় এটা খুব সহজেই আমরা 2-3 বছরে এটা কাটিয়ে উঠতে পারবো। সর্বশেষ আবারও আপনাদেরকে যে আহ্বান জানিয়ে আমি শেষ করছি, যে স্কলার এবং প্র্যাকটিশনারদের মাঝে যে সেতু বন্ধন হওয়া উচিত, এইটা বোধহয় আর দেরি করা উচিত হবে না। আসুন আমরা একে অপরে সবে মিলে আমাদের স্বপ্নের পানে এগিয়ে যাই। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ।
ধন্যবাদ মুফতি নাবিল। Thus I conclude the first panel discussion here. Thank you all. Jazakallah.